Hi everyone, it's Christine from the channel Christine and Celeste. I don't see yet any comments. How are you doing? So I'll wait a couple of minutes. I'm a little bit early. And well, welcome here. And you've just seen Wasima, who took us through a really nice breathing technique and blessing this day will be 24 channels, 3 extra. I can see your comments. Hello, the Bastet, Lady Knight of Avalon, Ouroboros, hi. Janet Galipo, hi. Nice to see you on my channel. I'm a little bit early, so I'm saying hi to everybody first. It's nice to see you now. It's 6 a.m. here, and I've had to put full light on so you can see me. Hi, Wasima. Hey, oh yes, girl. Nice to see you. So I'm opening the ball. Here we go. Avrifos, Jennifer, hi everybody. So let's start. I think it's time. I'm so delighted you're all here. Now, if you look at the top of the chat, I've already pasted the Facebook group link. So you can put some comments to talk, if you want to talk there rather than on YouTube. Also, we will do a spread, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. So if you want to put a picture of your spread there, I will not be able to look at it while live. Otherwise, you'll just get to see me, scrolling through, which is not really exciting. But after my live stream, I will look at the pictures you've posted about the spread we're doing. And then, we can talk about it together. So, hi, Tarapel, Cleo, Oshin. I think I've said hi to everyone. So it will be in 4 parts today. I have my notes, so excuse me if I read a little bit because it's like 6 a.m. here and the coffee is kicking in slowly. So the title for my live stream today is 2020 Double Judgment. And I wanted to talk about my favorite card in any tarot deck, which is the Judgment card. So of course, I never used to be like this. Like everybody, I followed, years and years ago, I followed other readers that knew tarot better than me. And I was like, oh, the High Priestess is so important to me. Yes, it is. But I've become so fond of Judgment that now when I buy a deck, I go straight to the Judgment card. Because it's not an easy card, Judgment. It's full of religious images, and there's an angel, and there's graveyards, and it doesn't look pleasant, but we're going to go through it, and hopefully we will grow with this card together. So 2020, so it's 20 and 20, so it's mirrored, the numbers are mirrored. It makes it so interesting, and it's twice 20, and if you add all the numbers, obviously next year, 2020, will be 4, which is the Emperor. But I think you don't get to sit on the throne and rule and create things with this energy of the 4 before you've done some work. And that's what I want to get to with this presentation today. Hanneke, Cleo, LD, hi everyone. So my video will be about the Judgment card. So if you have any Judgment card in your deck, you can already look at it, but we will go through a lot of cards. You know me, if you watch my channel, I love to show all my decks, So what are we gonna do? 2020, Double Judgment, body and soul. We are going to liberate and we're going to activate. So that's my program. It will be in 4 parts, this video. First of all, a little recap about what Judgment is about. Then the second part, we will look at the judgment card in different decks. Then we will do a spread called the Liberation and Activation spread. And then a short meditation. I hope we'll have time. I'll try to keep, track on time so we don't get sidetracked. I will try. So you're ready? Can you hear me well? Can you see me well? Is everything okay? Let's see. I get a little delay in the chat, so yes, you can hear me and see me. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Wasima. So let's start with my presentation. I worked hard on this one for you all. So here we go. Just give me a second. There. Now, can you see the picture? I've put a picture on of a cathedral. Can you see it? Good. Thank you very much. Now, this is, believe it or not, this is my local church. We're going to start with the more, how can I say, traditional meaning of that card. So it's the biblical last judgment, which is the judgment of the dead. Now, this is my cathedral. It's called Cathedral Saint Trophime, and it's actually my local church. And I wanted to show it to you because it's absolutely amazing. It's, I think you call it Roman or Romany in the style in English. And if you see at the front of it here, all this is the story of judgment. The whole lot is the story of judgment. So I'm going to show you a close-up. Let me move to the next one. That's a close-up of the front of it. And if you see here in the middle, you can see the word card, can't you? So you have Jesus here and the 4 apostles, just like the word card, although these two are reversed on the word card, but you can see that. So let me tell you a bit what you have on it. On the top here, you can see a little bit. Sorry, the picture is not great because it's very high up, right? But you can see the angels with the trumpet. Here we are. We're in the judgment. We're on our cards. And you have all the angels around here. They're all singing the Lord's praise. Then on here, in the front, you have the 12 apostles. They're all holding a Bible. So as I said, you've got the 4 evangelists here. You've got Saint Mark for the lion. The bullock is Saint Luke. The eagle is Saint John. And the angel is Saint Matthew. If you have a pad, you want to write things down, please feel free. Now, this is exactly the story of judgment. I can't show you the whole thing, but here on the side, you can see that some souls are being taken to hell because they've sinned, right? And you've got heaven too. You've got a lot on this, on my church, on my local church. Someone can get a picture, Gypsy Heart Souls. Hi, Lisa. Maybe try to come out and come back, Gypsy, because everybody else seems to be seeing me and hearing me fine. I hope. I do hope. So what is this about? Well, it's like they're weighing the souls and you go to heaven or you go to hell. However, there's a third option that I will talk about it later because it's a Catholic church. Well, Catholic cathedral. Anyway, so that's my local church and I wanted to share it with you. It's all carved in stone. It's absolutely beautiful, and I go and see it very, very often. I don't know. It's just it's like the tarot cards are alive where I live. So now I've shown you this. I want to start with the first card. So here it is. This is from the Dodal, Marseille. And I put two cards here. I put the Lovers and Judgment. It's because, going through the deck, I thought, but hang on, these cards are so similar, although when you read about it in books, it never says, they both have an angel, they both have three people. What is all this about? So that's why I put the two cards together. You can see also here, the angel seems to be very young and can't see and has got an arrow, whether this one looks a little bit more adult. He's coming through clouds, that's clouds, right? And here he's coming through the sun. And he's actually playing the trumpet and holding a flag. But there's three people here. So we're going to try and see what that means. It's a very misunderstood card because I know that the religious connotation and picture puts a lot of people off, but actually, if you just look at the history part and, if you don't want to put the religion in, it's fine because it's still very interesting. So another thing that's really interesting in Judgment about the angel is that the angel is facing us. He's looking straight at us. It's not, unlike the Lovers one, this one is looking at us. So the message is directly to us. What is he there to do? He's there to spiritualize matter. That's his aim on this card. So what does it mean? We're going to look at so many meanings for this card, and I hope you've got a pad you can write down. And the angel is blindfolded only on the Lovers, Lisa. It's not blindfolded on Judgment. So it's spirit that is crossing to the physical plane. You see, he's going through the clouds, right? He's going through the sun, he's going through the clouds to get to us. So that's quite a journey to get to us. And he's here to give us the wake-up call, the resurrection call. I mean, you can't see well on here, but there are graves too, or tombstones there are, but you can't see them properly on his card. So he's got the flag on his left hand here. And the flag means the four directions, the four elements. I'm sure there are other meanings. I don't know everything about it, but I just share what I know about it. Now, there are three people. So if you think about the journey of the Fool and you're going through your tarot cards, these three people, it's a man and two women. Not on all decks, obviously. I'm taking this one as an example. And there you've got three people again. But this time we see a man and a woman, and then we're not sure who that is because we only see the back of the person, okay? Also here they have clothes on, here they're naked in Judgment. So what does it mean to be naked? Well, it means that you have no masks on. You're just showing yourself the way you are. So we've got the angel coming to us. It's spirit coming to us. And then we here naked. Imagine you're in a card. We're here naked and showing our real faces. And they're praying too. So it's a man, a woman, and a person facing the angel. Some books say that it's a child. But one thing is for sure, on this card, we're going from one state to another. It's a transformation card, and I never hear about this, and that's why I wanted to share it, because 2020, we've got two different ways we can transform ourselves next year. And I'm glad I'm opening this session, because then I think it's a good subject to start for the 24 hours. Anyway, so we're going from one state to another. We want to make changes. We can use this card. There's also a liberation. You feel liberated. There's also the integration of the sun, the masculine, and the moon, the feminine. So what does that mean? Well, physically, you're whole because you integrate your masculine and feminine side. Or you have no gender because you've integrated it and you're just your spiritual self, so you're no gender. You could also get this card for a person who's going from one sex to another, as in changing gender. So that's for the more physical side. You can go from illness to health. That's another good trait about this card. From messy to orderly. So anything physical is from a state to another, and usually from a not so good state to a better state. That's the Judgment card. I've also noticed, yes, non-binary persons. That's perfect. You can use this card too. No, that's right, Avery. Yes, I've also physically, the last thing that I've had this card for in readings is good sex. So bear with me. It's got to do with the trumpet. I won't go more into details, but it has to do with the size of the trumpet. Anyway, so orgasm, anything for physical pleasure is there too in this card. For me anyway, when I do readings. So let's see. Mentally, let's move on to mentally. So mentally is about judging yourself. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but I am. I'm a Virgo, so I love judging myself all day, every day, or judging others. Yes, it's also got this connotation in it. It's also about guilt and forgiveness. This is a forgiveness card. Avery. Yes, I won't read your comment, but it's true. I've had that for sex, I swear. So yes, it's also a card. Yes, that's it, because Ace of Wands, yes, but this one is like the orgasm with, you know, anyway. Yes, guilt and forgiveness. Look at this angel. He comes to clear from spirit. He comes, even if you don't believe in spirit, but he comes from a higher, higher consciousness or a higher thought to clear what's happening. So guilt and forgiveness is a very important one. If you have a problem with a friend, I made everybody laugh. Nobody's listening now. Yes, if you have problem with a friend, or you know, about forgiveness for your forgiveness for your parents or your past, if you want to forgive yourself something from your past, that's a fantastic card to use too. Also, if you're stuck and you can't find a solution to something, it's things coming to light. It's finding solutions. It's this eureka moment. Thank you, Cleo. It's this eureka moment. Yes, I found a solution. And you blow the trumpet. I know you're never going to see this card the same ever again now. Now, what does it mean spiritually? Spiritually is about answering the call. It's about getting in touch, of course, with angels, archangels, with your guides. If you have difficulties, you can use this card to do this, because he's coming through the clouds and the sun to you, and he's looking straight at you. So if you're more visual like I am, it's a good card to get in touch with your guidance. So it's about answering the call, because you hear that trumpet, right? And you go, okay, you know, maybe I'm psychic, maybe I'm a medium, maybe I can get in contact with my guide because I can hear the trumpet. It's about awakening, about the Kundalini rising. Now, if you're not familiar with the Kundalini, it's this serpent life force we have near the base chakra, and then it comes up in the body, and that's how you awaken in yoga anyway, in yogic tradition. Also, look how centered this angel is. It's about the body, mind, spirit working for the same purpose, and that's being aligned. And that's what he's showing you. That's it. Wake up. Are you listening? Sometimes we need a trumpet in our ear. Exactly. So he's showing you that flag. Why is he showing you the flag like this? He's saying, be aligned, like a cross, from the top down, from down to the top, and on the sides to all directions. Be aligned. It's also time to let go of the past. Let's clean. You see, there's little droplets. Let's clear all this. Dropping old values, embracing new ones. There's always, like, when you let go of the past, you embrace the future. That's what I like with this card, is that it's there's a before and after. You're cleansed and renewed. It's about triumph. Yes, you know, that works. It will work. It's a good idea. Go for it. It's about finding your life purpose. Now, there are a lot of life purpose readings around. And this is the card you can meditate with if you're not too sure how to do it. And maybe you'll get some insight on how to do it. So, you know, I'm just giving you my tips. I just need a little bit of water, excuse me. I don't have the Sacerdote. I'll look at it. And the most important one that I find in this card is self-forgiveness. Because we beat ourselves up all the time, right? And this is a great card for self-forgiveness. If you find it difficult to get over something, because we're not always 100% perfect, and if we were, we wouldn't be humans, I suppose. So self-forgiveness is it's a good card to work that with. So that was my first part, to look a little bit at the card. Now we're going to look at a lot of cards from a lot of different decks. I hope this is good. Are you enjoying this? I know I am. And if you want to write down, there'll be a lot of keywords. If you want to write them down, please feel free, because it's very interesting how the cards come up. Yes, that's a good point. Also naked, stripped away from persona and having our shadow exposed. Exactly. And that's why they're naked. That's a good point. So the next, we're going to start looking at the cards that have the name Judgment. And we'll start with one of my favorite decks, which is the Golden Tarot. So this one is extremely religious. You can see there's the two angels here at the top, two. So 2020. See, it's a good card to do this. At the top here, you have God. I've never seen a card with God at the top, but this one has. Obviously, you have Jesus here. And look at that, you have an angel with black wings. So this is the second coming of Christ. Extremely religious, but I love this deck for some reason. I'm not that religious, but I love this deck. It just talks to me. And you see Jesus as the flag, so all the elements are here, the graves, but they have two angels and God. So if you want to talk to God, get the Golden Tarot. Yeah, it's a collage deck by Cat Black. Right, I need to go a little bit faster if I want to go through everything. Now, the Wild Unknown. It's called Judgment 2. Oh, Terrapole just got the deck in a trade. Nice, good. It's a good deck, the Golden Tarot. It's a very good deck, to me anyway. So this is a different judgment. As we can see, there is no angels, no religious connotation whatsoever. But we see this white dove, and you see the rays coming down from the white dove here. And at the bottom, you see the black bats in darkness, and you have the sun here. So it's really this sense of rising above the situation, about seeing things from a higher point of view. So you see in some decks it adds some different meanings and it takes away some others, but it doesn't matter because to me they're all right. It just depends of your taste really and how you read cards. It's also, this one's also got the, follow me. So it could be any person that gives a conference or, gives advice, and it has that in this judgment card. Right. Tarot of the She. Now this one is very different too. It's still called Judgment. So in this one, the she is actually coming back to the earth. So it has that connotation of the resurrection too, because the she is coming back to the earth. And she's naked with her palms up. So showing your palms up and being naked is showing that you have nothing to hide. I also wanted to say about this particular card, there is a connotation. Let's say someone is unconscious or in a coma. That could be a card of waking up with this card, with this particular card. It has that feeling about it. So if you want to use it like this, you can too medically. Well, obviously, we're not doctors, but to give you an insight into it. So she's singing notes. You can see there's colors coming out of her mouth. So it's about finding your true note. And I really like this because this is what your life purpose, finding your life purpose is. It's not like seeing what's written for you, but it's finding your true note. And I'm very sensitive to music and sight, both of them. And you can see she has not really eyeballs. Well, she has eyeballs, but you can't see a cornea. But It's about singing the right notes, and you can see all of them on top of the mountains. It's like a rainbow of singing the right notes. Yes, Janet, being vulnerable and speaking your truth, that's true too. Because she's looking at us, she's going the other way, but she's looking at us. And every time I think the card, the face is looking at us, it's really about facing your truth. Yeah. Right. Next one. The Apparition Tarot. So that's a different judgment again, isn't it? You can see a clock, and you can see here the spiral and on a mountain, and then this green thing here. And really what it shows, it's like just the head is above it. So there's the, once again, resurrection. Also, you could use this card for karma release. I don't know you do it. I haven't done it yet. But this is something in this card to leave your karma. When you see the clock, it makes me think of karma for some reason. So you've been through your past, you've understood all the mysteries of life, and you release your karma. So you rise up to the sun. I really have the feeling with this card. Also, yes, there's something about DNA in this card. So I don't know you can apply it. I've never had it in a reading yet, but there is something about DNA. So maybe doing a DNA test. Yes. Integrative healing with Sadhana is saying, Tarot of the She, she's breathing divine energy, and love that glyph is a sacral chakra, deep connection to divine feminine. It is. I'm just trying to stay out of chakras today, because everything is chakra to me too, so I understand. But I'm trying to stay, within a frame. But yes, that's true too. And the divine feminine, if you want to work with that, that's a perfect card, the Tarot of the She, to work on the divine feminine. Thanks very much. Yeah. So yes, DNA research will be getting the result. That could be a card for it too. So look out in your readings, because depending on what card you're using, you might get different answers, as we can see. Oops, I'm going too fast. The Folakos Tarot. Now, the first time I saw this card, I was a bit puzzled personally. I thought, what has this got to do with judgment? It's about, well, first of all, if you see her dress and a tattoo, she's in tune with the earth. So she's fully integrated into the earth, and she's got these lovely flower horns too. She also able to communicate with animals. So if you're a person who can can't you see it at the top? Is it too small? I've put all the name, but I'll write it down. The Folakos, yeah, Folakos. That's it. Yeah. Otherwise, the name, maybe it's too small for you, but I put all the names at the top, but you might not see them. So yeah, she's in tune with nature, and you can see there's a snake here, but the snake doesn't have the tongue out. It's not about to bite her or anything. They're all her friends. You're welcome. So she's able to communicate with the earth. That's it. She's completely integrated into her incarnation. And that's really a great card to get. Also, if you want to do animal communication, that's a great card to use it. It's like learning a new language, because when you communicate with animals, it's a different language, isn't it? So it's about learning a new language, new about new, how do you call it? Excuse me while I find the word. It escapes me, but learning a new language, new traditions, that's it. Then, oh, time is flying. I mean, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. We have the bonfire tarot here. So the bonfire is a bit messy, but we'll try and look a little bit what there is. So she's facing us. That's the bonfire. I don't know if that was the one before. The one before is the Folarcos. We wrote down the name, and that's the bonfire. So she's looking directly at us too. This is like more confrontational, I feel, in this card. She's really looking at us. It's like looking at yourself in a mirror. If you imagine looking at yourself in the mirror, and then you've got all your life tattooed on your face and on your body. Well, this is what it's like. There's no angel here, but you can see she has the flag. She has the directions flag. Maybe there's an angel somewhere, but I can't see it. There's so many things. But look, what's come back? Time. About incarnation too. So all her life is on her skin. There's dices, poppies for remembrance here, there. There's the angel's trumpet, shall we call it? There's a 6-pointed star somewhere. My picture is a bit smaller. Here it is. And a judge's gavel here. So this is like judgment, right? You're looking at yourself and you're going through your life. Like, for example, when you die, apparently, you are reviewing your whole life. And that's what she's doing. She's reviewing her whole life in this. So it's a great, great card to meditate with too. There's a lot of things in it. I move on because time is just going too fast. Way Home Tarot. So the old shell is at the bottom. The new, it's not a fly. I'm not sure. The new animal. I'm not too sure what animal it is, but it's about being reborn to your truest self. In a Way Home Tarot. It's simple, but it's very powerful. You left all your problems and your old life behind. It's about getting a new life. You know, you close the door and you leave. That could be too. If you get that in a reading and, you know, someone says, you know, I don't know, is he going to stay? You go, he's leaving. So that could be a card to show this. Tarot del Fuego. I'm going faster because I'm late. This is more related to me when I read with this card. It's the wake-up call. Here, it's not an angel, it's a man, but it has birds around and wings. And he has a bell, and he's ringing his bell, and there's all the animals there. And they look like they're on fire. And actually, while we're at it, if you're in Australia, I really feel for you. I've seen your bushfires for the moment. It's terrible. So, you know, I have little thoughts for you there. But anyway, so to me, it's about the destruction of the earth. It's the wake-up call. It's like, wake up. We need to do something about the earth. So it could be, if someone asks about what path they should go on, maybe they should be some earth warrior type of person, right? This card tells me this. Next one. Nicoletta Ceccioli. So you have this person in a maze, and you have the little rabbit here with the key, and there's a heart on the key. And it's about opening your heart to find your way, to find yourself, unlocking the maze of this lifetime. It's about finding your true purpose. The Raven's Prophecy. You have a crown and a book. So that could be the book of life once again, and you're reviewing your life. And because there's a crown, it's looking from a higher perspective. Anyone with a crown is linked to, you know, higher realms, to God, if you want. It's a simple card, but it's quite powerful. If you want to meditate with this card, and you go in and you put the crown on, and then you open the book and you see what's in the book, and it can be very powerful. I love this deck. It's very simple, but very nice. Yeah, I'm late. A Shira Tarot. Now this is, I'm not going to go in all the symbolism because it's crazy, but there's all the chakras, all the eyes. You have the sun and the moon here. It's about life revision with the fire and restructuring. It's about the Kundalini energy I was talking about, when this serpent-like energy goes through all the chakras on the top of your head. It's the union of the masculine and feminine because you've got the sun and the moon. So that's a very rich card to meditate with all the symbols. You can, you know, you can draw the symbols and have a great time with it. Let me get a bit of water. Right. Next one, the Chrysalis Tarot. Now we start having another keyword. We have judgment, but there's the phoenix, and it's exactly that. The phoenix, you know, you're self-empowered. You've looked at your shadow side and you integrated it. And now look at you, you're rising from the ashes. You've got all these wonderful rainbow colors on you. You're on top of the earth. It's a great card. The Elemental Tarot. This is called forgiveness. And a naked man, he's got wings on his temples. So he's got the higher thought, he has the cross here. And you can see here the cages, and that's everything that cages him in his words. So he needs to do self-forgiveness. That's a perfect card for these two. And that's the Story Medicine Tarot. I found it very touching, this card. Once again, there are naked. I did have something. Well, if you want, I won't have time, but there's a really nice poem about judgment, about this card in the booklet. Sorry, I'm just running out of time. But really, it's about, it could be the mirror. It could be your spirit talking to you, your physical self, and forgiving, having a heart-to-heart with someone, but a real one. So many, many meanings. We're now going to go to some cards who have a different keyword and no judgment at all. Are you still here following me? I don't see any chat. Ah, yes, the Story Medicine. It's a beautiful card, Jennifer. Yes. And you feel like with that yellow and the brown around that you've gone right in the depth of yourself to find your self-love and your self-forgiveness. It's a sweet, sweet, sweet card. I really love it. So now, other keywords. Realization. Good. Realization. I've got to go fast. I'm only in part 2. I've got 4 parts. I needed 2 hours as usual. So, yes. So the fangs here from the snake, the teeth, but it looks like an eye too. And you can see the man, the woman, and the kids. So it's like the snake bite reveals the truth, shedding the old skin, the kundalini again. So it can also mean the third eye, having a new vision on things. Then Tarot of the Spirit, resurrection. And you can see once again, the man, the woman, they become one. And they raise to the angel's call here. With all the chakra colors. What else have I got on here? It's going from one state of consciousness to the other. And that's it. It's a lot deeper than this. I mean, I think, you know, in her book, she writes about 6 pages for each card. So yes, the entrance of the womb too. Yes, yes, it is. It is. Tarot of transformation. She's the tree. There's a here. There's an insert with all her quiet and peacefulness, but she's the tree, and this is more a Buddhist concept of the card. It's transcending judgment. It's compassion. So it's having compassion, and she's become the compassion tree. We have Tarot of the Crown here. So what it reminds me of, it's like someone, you know, opening their jacket and showing their real heart, their true heart. You're like taking the layers off and showing your true heart. And also it's called calling. So it's a very important word, calling. Because you're following your true calling, it's finding your true purpose. I just have to go faster. The Shining Tribe, awakening. So it's a phoenix-like, as you can see. There's 3 people again, but that's in a city here. So you've got the masculine red and the feminine blue, who becomes purple. So once again, it's about your masculine and feminine sides. It's about celebrating spirit. The Guardian Angel Tarot, review and contemplation. So there's a whole text which I won't read. But it's time where you just sit and take stock and try to get a clear mind of where to go next. The Margaret Peterson, which is another very strong card. It's like a feather in the front of a aspiring sun. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, because I'm running out of time. Thanks for this. So it's like a gift from God, isn't it? Because I don't know if you find feathers. I keep finding some everywhere, but it's always a gift when you find a feather. And this is your solution. You get the solution from God. I hope you can't hear that. They're cleaning the streets. It's like, it's not even 7 a.m. Sorry about the noise. Oh, at least the trash man has been already. Now they're cleaning. And so yes, a very powerful card when you want a gift from God. You should try it in meditation. And the last one I want to show you, I know it's a lot, is liberation, this one, and I really like it. So I won't go into Persephone and the Greek goddess of resurrection. But what I like is this, you know, black and white. Well, it's not exactly black and white, but it is. It's like when you see your word black and white, and all of a sudden you do a small step, and the whole word is in color again. And I find that with just this simple image, it's so powerful. It's about becoming whole again, about leaving that past behind and going to the future and with all the colors. Just a fantastic one. Me too, I like the Dark Goddess Tarot. So we've got 10 minutes left. I'll never have time to do everything. Let's move on to the spread because I'd like to do that. I had a meditation, but not for this time, another time. The spread, so it's called Liberation and Activation Spread. And what we'll do is that you take your deck, shuffle your deck, and then you will find the judgment card. Okay, you can write that down. Find your judgment card in your deck. The card before will show what you want to let go of. The card after shows the gift that you will receive for letting things go. I hope it's clear. They're cleaning the streets. I hope you can't hear it. So you find the judgment card. The card before is what you want to let go of. And the card following judgment is the gift you receive for having let go of that burden. So I've already done my spread because I knew I couldn't do it live. So I found I used can't remember the name of my deck, the Phantasmagoric Theater. I think I took a picture of it. Yes, there it is. And that's my cards. So I've got the judgment. The card before was the Four of Cups, and the card after was the Ten of Wands. So Four of Cups, what does it tell me? Well, that's me in a way, because I like being on my own, and I draw, actually. I draw, I color, I do a lot of things, and it's telling me that, you know, I need to let that go a bit, always being on my own, always doing things on my own like this, with my own thoughts, and some thoughts are not great, are they? When you look at the cards. My gift then would be, if you look at the Ten of Wands, it's always, we always give the negative, but here's being with a friend, is a bit funny, is yellow and with big teeth, but it's being with a friend. And then all the burdens there are not burdens because they all got stars on. So it's about, once I go out and reach out, I've got all these ideas, I've got all this help. I mean, I'm really summarizing because it's more profound than this, but we can do this spread if you want now. Don't forget to post it on the Facebook group. I'll go and have a look, and we can, we can chat on there later. What would be good is that from each card, so from your first and your third card, you just get one keyword. So I just put being introverted. I want that to change. That's my 2020 wish. I want that to change. I want to stop being introverted. And my gift, I want to be more open to the outside world. That's the gift I will get. I will be more open to the outside world. So you can do the spread, write down, a keyword, and then from this, there's a meditation. I won't have time to do it now, and I don't want to rush it, but I can tell you how to do the meditation. Once you've got your keywords, you write them down. So you need one for each. And you do a simple meditation, breathing, and then you go to meet your angel. And the angel is going to blow the trumpet, and when he blows the trumpet the first time, he's going to take away from you that first burden you don't want anymore. Start with something simple, start with something simple, because you can do it again and again and again using the cards like this. Now, the second time he blows the trumpet, he gives you a gift, and that's your second card. Mine is the Ten of Wands. That's the gift he's going to give me, that I'm going to go more to see people. I'm going to even call them, you know, and go out with them, and so be more outgoing. So that's the meditation I suggest. Unfortunately, I don't want to rush it, but you can do that in your own time. And you can see that you can really transform yourself with little changes like this. You don't need to do big things, but sure, Wasima. Because, you know, I didn't want to rush it, and obviously I've been too long on the cards, but you know, I'm a child of cards. But yes, I could post this meditation this week. I could make a video and I'll post it this week if you want to, so it will give us time to look at the cards and decide what we'd like to work with. That's not a problem, I'll do that. Now, we're nearing the end. It's like 5 minutes left. So, bye, you're welcome, Cleo. It was fun doing. I love being with you. Let me get that off my screen. Here I am again. And I hope you all enjoyed my presentation. Now, I'm going to paste. I think that's the right, it's the next channel who's coming after me. It's Mina from Witch Boss TV. And thank you, you're welcome. I'm not sure what she will talk about. Sorry, I didn't have time to write it down. But please make sure you're safe and you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. As usual, it was fun. I love doing this. Thank you, Wasima, for inviting me. And I hope that 2020 will be a great year for you. Remember, you can do the change and then you can better yourself and have a wonderful year. Bye-bye.